Hello, 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 and welcome to episode 453 of Prog Review. And today, 'tis Mike Oldfield Discovery Deluxe Edition. Ooh! This follows the series of reissues that Mr. Oldfield's been putting out over the years. It seemed like years ago this began. Many years ago. I think it was about 2007, 2008 this all began. But we're still here and we're still doing it, and we got this one this year. This is the ninth. This was the ninth studio album. It was originally released back in 1984, June 25th. Yeah. Now, if you watched my first look unboxing of this, scroll back. It's there. You may have heard me mention this isn't one of my favourites. This, to me, marks the watershed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the album first, and I'm going to talk about this. All right? This marks the watershed for me of Mike Oldfield being somebody who was interesting to being a little bit boring, a little bit dull. Crisis, yeah, not bad. A little bit, yeah. It's like a law of diminishing returns here, because you had a couple of albums like 5 Miles Out and then Crisis, and then we get to this, and I think he was pushed to make too many pop hits again after the success of Crisis and Moonlight Shadow. You've got too many songs and too many singers. Yeah, to France, enjoyable, but the other songs on here I don't like at all. I'm really not a fan of. The album itself is kind of saved by The Lake, but even The Lake for me as an instrumental piece, it's the best thing on the album, but it's probably one of the weakest instrumentals of Oldfield of this period, if you know what I mean, of the 80s. And I've never really understood the album. It just doesn't really, it just doesn't appeal to me at all. And again, this goes forward with subsequent albums, with Islands as well. You have a long instrumental section, and then you have a number of songs on it. At least some of the songs on there, Flying Start I quite like, but again, it's usually one song I like and the rest, I'm pretty dismissive of, and that seems to be the thing here. So yeah, for me, Discovery is not an album I care a lot for. But why did you buy it, Darren? If you don't like it, why did you buy it? I get a lot of that in the comments. Seriously, some guy accused me of buying records I don't like just to appear to be hip. To which I pointed out to him, how the hell am I going to know if I like it or not if I haven't bought it and bloody listened to it? Fucking stupid thing to say. But in this, the reason I bought this, you bumholes, is that there are bonus tracks, and of course there is a DVD, and there's this curious 1984 suite, which we're going to talk about. So yeah, Discovery is an album I'm not a big fan of. So we come to this, this will be good. Looking forward to the new reissue. There'll be surround sound, and yeah, you get a couple of bonus tracks, and again they're instrumental pieces. In the pool is it's okay. Bones is, and Afghan appears again later on as the Royal Mile, and it's kind of a Scottish tinged track. And yeah, so like I say, you got a handful of interesting bonus tracks on this opening disc. Yeah, and it's been remastered. Of course, it sounds impeccable, sounds lovely. But the really curious thing is this whole 1984 suite, which is disc 2 is dedicated to this. There's even an LP version of it. Now it's only about half an hour long. So why you'd want to spend 20 quid on half an hour of music which kind of already exists? It's just resequenced tracks. Again, I can see why he did it for the DVD, because he wanted some of the masters. It sounds like some of them. I'm reading the inlay. It sounds like some of the masters have disappeared, and so he's kind of cobbled together something out of the bits that remained. You know, you could do a surround sound thing, composition. I don't know, out of the bits that remained. It's an odd thing. It's pretty incongruous, but you know, the surround sound's good. The lake takes on has a whole new depth to it, which is nice. Etude and is, I think, absolutely magnificent in surround sound. It really is good. And again, the Royal Mile, which was Afghan on the it reappears, and then you get these curious zombies, which is it Poison Arrows, but he's got this kind of Stephen Hawking voice, which I don't like and I don't get. And so yeah, it's a pretty odd. I don't get the whole. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. I get why he done it, but it don't work. It certainly doesn't work for me, and I certainly don't understand why anyone would want to buy an LP of it when it's only half an hour long. And it's, I don't know, it's odd. It's just a real odd thing to do. But I can understand why he did it in the context of a surround sound, because these are the only tracks he had available. You get me? Yeah, because I know somebody's going to go, Darren, you said, oh, I've got to make myself clear. And of course you get 3 music videos, To France, Etude and Tricks of the Light, which are suitably cheesy and of its time. Yeah, of course, it is the definitive version of this. You're not going to get a better version. If you like this album, you're going to love it. If you don't like the album, there's some bits to find. You know, there are bits on it, new bits to enjoy. If you want 5.1, you've got 5.1, but it's not the whole album, so that's a bit of a downside. But again, it follows with the rest of the collection. So, how do I rate it? I rate the album, its discovery itself. I give that 2 Poison Arrows out of 5. That's 2 Poison Arrows out of 5 for discovery, the album itself. But the package, yeah, I mean, was it $12.99? 3 discs, bit of repetition. I'm going to give it 3.5 saved by bells out of 5. It's 3.5 saved by bells out of 5. It's not perfect because again there are tracks missing, and he's tried to make a silk purse out of a sounds here. He's tried to make good out of it. It reminds me of the Incantations deluxe edition. Again, all the tracks there, you didn't get all of the album there in 5.1, only some of it, and so that was a bit of a lopsided effort. And it's the same with this, but at least he tried. Islands is up next. Oh my god, where's Bonnie Tyler when you need her? But Kevin Ayers is on. That's all right. So yeah, it's an odd one. One for the fans. Is that okay? Are you all right with that? Okay then. So my name's been Darren. I've been talking about Discovery, the Deluxe Edition. The booklet's interesting to read as well. Really is really interesting to read. You can find out why. It kind of gives the motivations of why the album's so poor, especially as he had to work on Kinfield soundtrack at the same time. So yeah, you can see why it's the way it is, and it's worth picking up. Even though I've rated it low, you get me by now. You should understand me by now. That's it. Don't forget, you can follow me on the social things. You can sit on my Facebook, tick on my Twitter, do what you like with Google Plus. I don't know how it works. Does anybody know how it works? I don't know. There's my music. You can check out my music at music.darrenlock.com. Oh yeah, and there's the now legendary Patreon. That's patreon.com/lock, where you can throw a few shekels into the hat, and it helps me do these reviews. Yeah, and that's that. So my name is Darren Lock. There's only one more thing to say, and that is Prog on.